Barakah Halal Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakaha Kwadash. Double honors to my elders, apostles, and the bishops of Great Millstone, where I have learned this truth and where I'm still learning this truth. And also shalom to the elect, okay, the remnant of Israel. All right. All right, this video is only going to be, or it's going to be, I don't mean to say only like it's a small thing. All right. Everything out of these scriptures is not a small thing. Okay. There are different levels to different things. There are surface knowledge and there are deeper things. All right. So this is going to be a reading of Lamentations, the second chapter. All right. Because the previous, the topic that we did before this video was the rebel with the sweetest voice, Lucifer. Okay. We broke down the fable of Lucifer or Satan gathering angels amongst himself in the heavens and rebelling against the Most High Yahweh, okay? And then being cast down to earth. All right, this is a falsehood. This shows lack of understanding. This shows deception, okay? So we broke that down with the scriptures, okay? That was another part of a stronghold, mostly Christianity, all right? And other people who, I don't know, just people who talk and don't know what they're saying when it comes to these scriptures. So we broke that down using the scriptures. We went into the scriptures, all right, which is what the men of the Lord are sent here to do. Defend the gospel, defend this truth, okay? And come against these fables. So within that lesson, all right, this is why we are reading Lamentations, the second chapter. All right, within that lesson, this was said, all right? Okay, so as you heard in that fable, that they use some verses. Hold on, let's go here. Let's go. Let me see, where was it? Hold on a second. There was one that they let me check this out. Okay, so for instance, this verse right here. All right, we're in Isaiah 14 and verse 12. All right, it reads, "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations?" Okay, this is what will happen to Esau Edom. All right, he's going to be taken out of his lofty position, his heaven. All right, which points to us being in our hell, being in their heaven is our hell, and vice versa. Okay, but this happened. All right, we got taken out of our position. We were known as the sons of God. All right, the sons of Adam, and then we fell. All right, to become what you see today. All right, a degenerate plant. Okay, that is unrecognizable to what the Lord put us down here to be, what we started out being, and then we fell by going against the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord. All right, so there's a contrast there. Okay, there is a contrast when it comes to what happens to the sons of Israel. All right, or what happened. Okay, so we fell, they got up high in their heaven. All right, because the Lord is using them as a whooping stick, okay, to teach us a lesson. But they are about to fall, all right? They are in the midst of being taken out of power now. And the Lord's going to come and finish them off, okay? And then we will be raised back to being the sons of God again, all right? Because we're going to have these laws, statutes, and commandments put within us so we can follow them 100%, okay? So, Lamentations 2. Let me go here now. Let's get ready. We're going to read this in the King James, okay? Lamentations, second chapter, okay? This happened all because we broke the commandments. Okay? This happened all because we broke the commandments. So we're about to read this and see or hear, or both see and hear what happened. Okay? We're going to start off with the King James reading, and Lord willing, all right, we will do the NLT, a good news, and I actually want to go back into this chapter a fourth time for the King James 1611 reading, because of the precepts that are in there. All right, and I'm pretty sure there may be precepts in the Good News translation also. All right, we'll see when we get there. Okay, but for now, we're reading Lamentation, the second chapter. Okay, so the heading in the King James Lamentations, the second chapter reads, Jeremiah laments the misery of Jerusalem. Okay. It reads, How hath the Lord covered the daughter of Zion with a cloud in his anger, and cast down from heaven unto earth the beauty of Israel, and remembered not his footstool in the day of his anger. The Lord hath swallowed up all the habitations of Jacob, and hath not pitied. He hath thrown down in his wrath the strongholds of the daughter of Judah. He hath brought them down to the ground. He hath polluted the kingdom and the princes thereof. He hath cut off his fierce anger, all the horn of Israel. He hath drawn back his right hand from before the enemy, and he burned against Jacob like a flaming fire, which devoureth round about. He hath bent his bow like an enemy. He stood with his right hand as an adversary, and slew all that were pleasant to the eye in the tabernacle of the daughter of Zion. He poured out his fury like fire. All right, keep in mind, this is talking about what happened with Israel. We fell from our high position as the sons of God. We fell for going against the commandments of the Lord. All right, and that's what this is touching on. All right, this is verse 4, or verse 5, excuse me. The Lord was an enemy. He hath swallowed up Israel. He hath swallowed up all her places. He hath destroyed his strongholds, and hath increased in the daughter of Judah mourning and lamentation. He hath violently taken away his tabernacle, as if it were a garden. He hath destroyed his places of the assembly. The Lord hath caused solemn feasts and Sabbaths to be forgotten in Zion, and hath despised in the indignation of his anger the king and the priests. The Lord hath cut off his altar. He hath abhorred his sanctuary. He hath given up into the hand of the enemy the walls of her palaces. They have made a noise in the house of the Lord, as in the day of a solemn feast. The Lord hath proposed to destroy the wall of the daughter of Zion. He hath stretched out a line. He hath not withdrawn his hand from destroying. Therefore he made the rampart and the wall to lament. They languished together. Her gates are sunk into the ground. He hath destroyed and broken her bars. Her king and her princes are among the Gentiles. The law is no more. Her prophets also find no vision from the Lord. The elders of the daughter of Zion sit upon the ground and keep silence. They have cast up dust upon their heads. They have girded themselves with sackcloth. The virgins of Jerusalem hang down their heads to the ground. Excuse me, I'm sweating like a man. All right. It's verse 11. All right. Mine eyes do fail with tears. My bowels are troubled. My liver is poured upon the earth for the destruction of the daughter of my people, because the children and the sucklings swoon in the streets of the city. They say to their mothers, where is corn and wine? When they swooned as the wounded in the streets of the city, when their soul was poured out into their mother's bosom. What things shall I take to witness for thee? What things shall I liken to thee, O daughter of Jerusalem? What shall I equal to thee, that I may comfort thee, O virgin daughter of Zion? For thy breach is great like the sea. Who can heal thee? Thy prophets have seen vain and foolish things for thee, and they have not discovered thine iniquity, to turn away thy captivity, but have seen for thee false burdens and causes of banishment. All that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? All thine enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash the teeth. They say, we have swallowed her up. Certainly this is the day that we looked for. We have found. We have seen it. The Lord hath done that which he hath devised. He hath fulfilled his word that he had commanded in the days of old. He hath thrown down and hath not pitied, and he hath caused thine enemy to rejoice over thee. He hath set up the horn of thine adversaries. Their heart cried unto the Lord, O wall of the daughter of Zion, let the tears run down like a river day and night. Give thyself no rest. Let not the apple of thine eye cease. Arise, cry out in the night. In the beginning of the watches, pour out thine heart like water before the face of the Lord. Lift up thy hands toward him for thy life of thy young children, or for the life of thy young children, that faint for hunger in the top of every street. Verse 20 of Lamentations chapter 2 in the King James. Behold, O Lord, and consider to whom thou hast done this. Shall the woman eat their fruit, and children of a span long? Shall the priest and the prophet be slain in the sanctuary of the Lord? The young and the old lie on the ground in the streets. My virgins and my young men are fallen by the sword. Thou hast slain them in the day of thine anger. Thou hast killed and not pitied. Thou hast called as in a solemn day my terrors round about, so that in the day of the Lord's anger none escaped nor remained. Those that I have swaddled and brought up hath mine enemy consumed. All right. So maybe this didn't sound too clear coming out the King James, okay? But Lord willing, all right, as we go along with these readings, it will be a little bit more clear to you. And you can go back and read these things, and it's going to open up, Lord willing, all right? The more you're understanding, the more your foundation grows, all right? The more you start doing these things to the best of your ability, the law, statutes, and commandments, the more you listen for the Lord to be knocking at the door, okay, of his tabernacle, which is you, okay? All right. The more he will come in to sup with you and open your understanding, the more that spirit of truth will come in. Okay. Through the will, spirit, and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Okay. Through his men that he has down here on the earth, man. People still have a problem with that. The Lord has always chose certain men, a certain remnant to be around here to guide people to the truth. What is your problem with that? All right. The problem is that you're wicked and have no understanding. All right. The problem is that you are of Esau, Edom, your father, or these other nations, or you are a 2/3, which still, if you are a 2/3, your father is Esau, Edom, man. All right. So repent and return, man. Pray. All right. But you have to do these things sincerely. You can fool yourself, you can fool other people, but you cannot and will not fool the Lord, man. He made you to be who you are. If you are a liar, he made you to be a liar. And guess what he expects you to do? Lie. And you do so. All right? Okay? So pray, repent, and return. Pray. Pray, pray, pray. You cannot pray enough. Okay? So that was the King James reading. Okay? KJV reading of Lamentations, the 2nd chapter. Lord willing, I'm going to check the time. Lord willing, we'll come right back with another reading in another translation. Okay? So with that, Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to my elders, apostles, and bishops of Great Millstone. All right, where I have learned this truth and where I'm still learning this truth. All right, Lord willing, until the day. All right. And also shalom to the remnant, the elect. Okay. Again, the tabernacle of David. All right. The true worshipers. All right. The church of the firstborn, the church of the first fruits, and the Israel of God. All right. Shalom. All right. Lord willing, you join in the next video. All right. Shalom.